I think some people don't even know Maddie's not even on anymore, and they're just like, yeah, it's. They're like, where's Maddie? Like, Maddie left 40 years ago to do a 10 Emmy-winning TV show. They're like, why isn't Maddie doing the pod? I'm like, he's on the biggest show in the world.
I like obsessively watch The Bear. Actually, the new episode just came out, and I'm very excited.
That's something to cover. I went to the premiere of The Bear, and they shut down Hollywood Boulevard, the whole thing. You know, you go and you get a press table, and you get a bracelet, and you go in, I watched the first episode, and the first episode is basically, I don't know how long it was. It was just a montage. The whole thing was just like a montage set to a score. I don't know if you watched it.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to choose not to watch any of it. Because I'm a binger. I don't like having to be like, oh, that was so good. Let me watch the next episode.
Yeah, same.
Next week, fuck.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's all loaded up. No,
I don't know.
I think they dropped the whole season.
Did they?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man, that's what I'm gonna do. Literally when I get home,
you're just gonna smoke that shit. You're gonna blaze that fucking. That's how I do it too.
Smoke that shit.
I hate it because like it'll keep me up at night when I should be going to bed, and I'm just fucking freebasing The Boys like.
Oh, The Boys is so good. I'm even started on that shit.
Yeah, like I forgot. I fell like I can't hang in for too long on things anymore. So I missed season 2 of The Bear. I fall off. I missed season 2 of The Bear. I find I wasn't paying attention in the last season of The Boys. Like I'll just start being on my phone and not paying attention.
I'm the same way. I'm very hard to keep my attention span for television. I just don't have it. And there's very few shows that do. Like The Bear is one of them because my full attention. The Boys, My Hero Academia. It's an anime that has my full attention. I literally cannot name you one other show.
It's hard. It's hard.
I will scroll on my phone. I will go make a snack to try and keep me I don't know. It's stationary.
Hard,
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's really. I really hate what the phone has done to my my attention span. But yeah, I started watching the new season. I started backing up on the old season of The Boys and watching the new season. And I was like, I forgot how like kind of raw and disgusting. Like, you know, the guy's getting fucking blown by an octopus.
Oh, it's insane. Oh yeah, dude. His character's so funny. He's such a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. Homelander is probably like my favorite acting that goes down in that show.
Yeah, it's intense.
Like just watching his mannerisms and the way that
he's
like
really good
just
at
the crazy going through his head. It's just so impressive. I often will just pause the scene after and just be like, wow.
Just look at his wrinkles. You're like, how did you make your wrinkles look racist? That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how did you do that?
How are you calling me the N-word in your head right now
your
through
whole
the
face,
screen?
Yeah. You somehow through acting made your face racist.
Yeah, no facts. How did your lips snarl the N-word at me right now? Like, holy crap.
It's like when Jim Carrey, you ever seen Jim Carrey do impersonations where his face mutates?
Oh, it's insane.
Where
like
he does Clint Eastwood and it's like, you're like, whoa, it's literally Clint Eastwood.
Oh my God.
Like your face is Clint Eastwood. Like,
insane. Or when he does the Grinch and he does like that
yeah,
thing and you're like, oh God, just so much facial control.
A lot of mirror time. So we went to the premiere of The Bear. The first episode was like a whole montage with like no real interactive dialogue. It was all flashbacks and it was all set to the same kind of chords of music. It was pretty sick actually. Like I watched it, I was like, damn, I never checked out. You know, like I was like, I was locked in the whole time. I understood it. It was fucking awesome. And then after that, there was a right around the corner from the theater. Well, in the theater parking lot was like a food thing. So they had like 6 or 7 food stations of like all local great restaurants. So you're just walking around getting little like snacks. So you just go in the snack circle. And I was like, I'm just going off like, oh, I went to Night Market. I went to fucking this place. I went to that place. I'm just taking snacks, walking around circles, taking snacks, circling. And then after that, Maddie's like, come to the chateau and we have an after party. And he sends me this little like handmade flyer. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be Maddie and like his buddy Wade and his wife in a room. I was like, I'll go hang out with them. But then the after party was like a whole other party. And like the entire cast was there and like we're playing we're playing threes, rolling dice. And like they're like $100 a game. I'm like, okay. And we're shooting dice. And then like I leave the room and it's like some of the people, like all the people in the show are there. Some of the people in the show are playing. I leave the room and I come back later and like Maddie's gone, they're playing again. They're like, it's 500 a roll. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. because I was like, yo, it can easily get up to 10 racks in a half hour of like a bad roll. And I was like, I'm not willing to, I'm not going to go up or down 10K just to like hang out.
Yeah, no,
it was 100 is like 100 can be scary. 100 a roll is like, it's hectic.
Yeah, like I got 5 rolls in me max.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was great. Yeah, I went there and hung out in the chateau for a bit, and Lola came with me. Lola was my date, and we just cruised. We're a platonic friend date where Lola's very cool about, like, she goes, hey, you want me to get out of here so you can operate? I'm like, no, I'm fine.
So you can operate.
I don't know what she said. She goes, whatever the equivalent was to, she's like, you need to cook, you need to get, I'm like,
you need to get cooking?
Yeah.
No, you're chilling.
No,
that's
I'm fine.
fire.
I'm good. I'm not doing
It's good
anything.
homegirl date type.
Yeah, she's the best. So that was the bear. It was sick. Maddie and all his friends, and it was great and awesome. And what that brings me to is, like, getting ready to go. I had to, like, get camera ready because I was gonna. Well, I wasn't gonna walk the red carpet, but I wanted to look good. And I'm also worrying about, like, what do I wear? This is the funny.
You always kind of want to step out if you're going to some shit like that.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is every time I've been to a couple of these things, and I'm like, like, I went to, like, the GQ Man of the Year thing, and, like, for that you're supposed to wear, it's like kind of black tie-ish, and I'm like, what do I wear? And, like, I'm talking to Maddie and Benny about which shoes I should wear. Bringing them shoes and, like, what do you guys think? And, like, we're all talking about it, and then this thing's like a premiere, and I'm like, should I wear, like, a fucking blazer? And, like, in the end, I just dressed, like, casually and put on nice shoes, and then you get there and there's like a dude there in flip-flops. So, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
but I did make sure that, like, before I went, I had to shave, and I'm the type of person that, like, really likes to make sure that I can get a proper shave, right? I want to make sure that, like, when I get into it, I want to look clean. I want to cut the angles. You gotta make sure.
I'm nasty with the straight blade.
Yeah, I can tell your shit is fucking mannequin. You have, like, a stencil beard.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna say that, like, that's a part of my life as a man that has hair on his face, the man that has a mustache, and also has pubic hair. Sometimes there's hair growing in other places. It's a part of life that you have to navigate the different levels of hair in the different areas of your body.
100%.
Right? It's our lot in life. We went through puberty. We grew hair. We got beards. We got pubes.
You got to learn to groom it.
Yeah, and, like,
learn to keep up.
And it's also really important because the other day before I went to Paris for the second time in a month, I had the clippers out because I was jet lagged, and I was like, I'm going to shave off my mustache as, like, I'm going to try something new. And I was like, I called a friend and I said, let me ask your advice. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm just going to say, tell me yes or no, and I'll tell you what the question is after. And they said no. And I was like, okay, the question I was asking is, should I shave my mustache? And my friend was like, no, don't shave your mustache. Don't do it before you go on a trip because you might feel weird. But I had the clippers out. And what that reminds me of is, like, the fact that the hair on your body is as much of the hair on your body is maybe one of the most defining calling cards. Like, it's the last frontier of how you present to the world, up top and down low. You're presenting. The Japanese say you have three faces. They have your internal face, your internal mask, and you have your external world-facing mask, and then you have the mask that you wear for your family. Well, in America, we say that you have two presenting faces. You have your face that you present to the public, and then you have your bottom face that you present to the private, to your partner, to yourself. Okay. Now that brings me to our client and supporter of the pod.
Very clever way to segue into
and
this.
long-term supporter. I still use some of the products that they gave from the last go round. They're fucking back, you guys. Manscaped. What's up, everyone? Today I have something special to share with you. That's the official rollout copy. Now, the reality is I actually do use these products, and they make a superior trimmer. Like their trimmer, which is, I think supposed to be for your ball area. This trimmer is fucking fire. Like, I use this on my face more than anything else because it has a really nice edge that you can't, like, you can nick yourself. Usually on a razor.
I have before, and that sucks.
You can't nick yourself on it. It's some sort of ceramic coating. You can't get cut. And it also has a really fine. He's about to shave his arm hair. He just tried to commit seppuku. It has a really fine line too. It really cuts into a nice line when you're doing your George Michael stencil beard. This is one of the tools you want to use. So, what's up, everybody? Today I have something special to share with you. Manscaped has once again outdone themselves with 2 incredible grooming tools that will level up your facial grooming game and keep you looking sharp. The Beard Hedger beard trimmer and the Handyman compact face shaver. I'm fucking genuinely excited because This is sick. Like real shit. This is going home with me. Jason wanted it. This is gonna go home with me, and I'm gonna use this to shave. Like, remember these things? Did your dad have one of these fucking bad boys?
Old school ass.
The old school, like,
yeah.
This is the old school face shaver, and I remember this from like back in the day. And you'd see this, and you'd be like, "Well, is it gonna get as close as a shave that you get from your razor blade that has 16 blades on it?" Mm-hmm. I'll tell you right now, it's doing the trick. I mean, I'm going to freshen up before I go out tonight to check out some art. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Is this part of the copy?
It right now,
I'm going for the baby face. Look at that. It's doing God's work. This is, I love when a product
that actually works so well.
I love when this happens. I love when a product pulls up that I'm actually like, yo, this is coming home with me. I'm going to use this. This will be in my goddamn, my toolkit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The Beard Hedger Beard Trimmer and the Handyman Compact Face Shaver. Manscaped. You guys have leveled up. They started off with just this the first time they came around. They had just this, and they had maybe some ball wax or something, you know. Mm-hmm. And now they have.
Remember those commercials? They're hilarious.
Yeah. And now they have the shaver, the beard trimmer's back.
That goes crazy.
That goes hard.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
They got the nose hair trimmer. Right, that's what this thing does. Like, they're ready to just take care of everything. This is fucking sick.
Yeah, they're ready to make sure you pull up nice, sweet, clean.
Let's get into the
frothy throat.
Yeah, for anyone that is looking for some frothy throat, make sure you clean up your act upstairs and downstairs.
Some of that.
Your public face and your private face. Public face is up top. Your private face is down bottom. Sometimes they're all out at the same time in public, but that means you're homeless and on ice. The Beard Hedger features a titanium-coated stainless steel T-blade that effortlessly glides through your facial hair, delivering precise and clean cuts every time. It's like having a professional barber at your fingertips. If you're looking for a closer, smoother finish, then the Handyman Face Shaver is the perfect tool for you.
And you barely used it, by the way.
And it already
this just looks so crazy.
Clean.
It looks so smooth.
Now I have to do the rest of it. Look at this. It's got a little case. This is gorgeous. Look at this design.
That's fire.
I mean, it's crazy when someone decides, that someone goes, like, some guy was like, dude, let's fucking make a ball hair trimmer. And his friend's like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. And his other friend's like, oh, let's figure it out. And they make it. And all of a sudden,
turns out to be a banger.
And then they start getting into R&D and creating like their own design for a beard trim. Like, this is where shit gets fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. And these people, they might be at the forefront of AI at some point. They might be making robots that fucking shave your ass hair. You know? Who knows?
Yeah, which I would be down for. And fuck around. Yeah, it sounds like some Japanese shit.
What sets the shaver apart is the advanced dual blade, equipped with a standard foil shaver, as well as a long hair leveler blade. The Handyman trademark will knock down up to 3 days worth of growth. Say goodbye to patchy beards and hello to a clean, well-groomed appearance. I'm keeping this in the office for when I can't go home and I just don't have time to put on shaving cream. I'm just going to clean up the act. Step out like I just got shaved at the goddamn barbershop. Another great feature is the skin-safe technology. I'm telling you, that shit does work, which is designed to help reduce nicks and cuts. Love that. Because you're going to be shaving your second face, your private face, the face below your belt. Just like Beard Hedger, the Handyman is also waterproof, making your cleanup quick and easy. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your facial grooming routine today. Visit manscaped.com/two-tone with a 2 and use the code two-tone at checkout and get 20% off your purchase of the Handyman and the Beard Hedger from Manscaped. They changed the code from PTA to two-tone. It's called respect. It's called acknowledging that there is a mustache in the game, 10 years strong.
Facts.
And I'm going to say something. You know where I got this mustache from? We were doing the first Sadie Hawkins, and Sponto suggested to me, I had a terrible beard. And he goes, you should make a mustache. And I was like, okay.
I think the mustache
And I cut the mustache, and I've had it for 10 years. That's a true story.
I think it looks fire.
I think it's good.
I think when I get into my seasoned, peppered age, I would like to rock a mustache as well. I've tried, and it just doesn't look good.
When you get into your Steve Harvey years, you're going to have this fat caterpillar mustache, two black caterpillars kissing in the middle, just boop.
I don't even think I can. Like, I can only do the pencil stash. Like, my beard just barely got not that patchy.
Yeah. Have you? I've told this story a million times, but I had I had stress-induced alopecia at one point in the past 5 or 6 years. So I would lose a quarter-size hole of hair in my face, and it would just move around, and it would be like here, and it would be like here. It would just be a hole. And then when the hair grew back, it would grow back white from stress.
Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to wait it out. It's really weird. Anyways, stress is a weird thing, y'all.
Stress is a weird thing. Cortisol,
y'all. Cortisol jumps up. Your body temperature regulates what's going on. Fight or flight. Sisyphus, the boulder. What's going on? Where? Who are we voting? Joe Biden? Donald Trump? What?
Oh, I need to watch that election. By the way,
listen,
that debate.
We're fucked.
No, it's hilarious.
Actually,
it's barely funny, to be honest.
No, I opened up a clip and was LOLing at I've never in my life laughing out loud.
I've seen one clip about golf.
Yeah, laughing out loud at these two guys. One guy is literally a fucking dead mummy who barely, they can't even, like, you can't
even articulate his words.
They can't shoot this dude up with fucking, they can't give him a vial full of fucking Coke or adrenaline or Adderall. Something. They can't stick some Adderall up his ass. Like, he's so dead that I guarantee you they did all that shit. He probably gave him a fucking pure cocaine IV, and that's the best he could do. And the other guy is out of his fucking tree, not making no sense.
Hilarious. I think I also saw another clip where he's talking about illegal immigrants are taking quote unquote black jobs. What's a black job?
It's funny how fucking racist he is, and how much like certain parts of Black America love him, right? And they're just like, we fucking fuck with him because he's fucking out there.
He's just fearless and outspoken.
He's a fucking asshole.
And like, honestly, like, I don't hate watching Donald Trump simply because he makes me laugh. Do I think he should be the president? No.
Do you understand?
Do I think he's hilarious? Absolutely. I can't help but to smile every time I see him talk, because I'm like, fuck, I can't believe you're saying this. I cannot believe you're on this podium and it's wholeheartedly saying all these nuts, crazy ass things.
It's really scary. Like, this is where I say this, I've been saying this for 3 years. Like, this is the end. This is the beginning of the end of this empire. And it's capitulating into the choices that we have for president, which are like, you have McDonald's and Burger King, which is very American. And you have one or the other. They're both poison. They're both terrible. They're both exactly the same thing. And they're both horrible choices. Like, just give it to the fucking Kennedy dude. I don't care I don't give a fuck what his platform is. He's alive. Right. He can think. You know what I mean?
No, facts.
And they won't let anyone who's not going to keep the status quo get in there. And like, Trump is obviously like, as much as he's like, I'm a renegade. No, he still is lying. It's fucked.
No, I don't need to talk about nut job.
It's careful. I wish I was from somewhere. I wish I grew up. I wish I was a Canadian or from fucking anywhere. And then I could be like, I'm going home, guys. But I'm stuck here.
I'm leaving.
I'm stuck in here in America with Juliano, and I guess we're gonna ride it out. Are we gonna ride it out?
We're gonna figure it the fuck out, because that's the only thing we can do.
Who is ready for WW3? Seriously, do you have enough? Do you have Spam and pudding for your bunker? Because it's
I got a decent amount. My grandfather sure is. I'll tell you what.
He's
that
a prepper?
guy's he's a prepper. He like kind of. I'm a little bit of a prepper because of him.
Yeah.
So there's always like that one thing. Like, crazy thing to say. I don't even know if this is like smart to say, but I have so much ammunition.
No. How much is so much? Like, how many boxes?
I have like 200, almost 300 pounds.
Whoa! I thought you were going to say rounds. You have 300 pounds?
Bro,
that's pallets.
Yeah, no, it's
the funny thing about Giuliano is he has 200 pounds of ammunition and no guns. Just ammo.
Like 4.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I have enough ammo.
Actually, 5, 6.
I have some. I have enough to get us through. Like,
I can leave it if you want, in case people want to think it's food instead or something.
Yeah, okay.
No, we're at the edge.
Pull up.
Yeah, we're at the edge of it. It doesn't matter anymore.
Pull up.
I have enough of that shit to get me through like a couple weeks. But then after that, it's like, I'm not ready for
I got a lot of packaged oatmeal and beans.
Oh, dude, you are prepped out.
Yeah.
I don't have that shit.
No water though.
Yeah.
I'm fumbling.
The most important thing. You have bullets and oatmeal and no water, which is like, you're going to be trying to suck the water out of a bullet, trying to get moisture out of one oatmeal flake. Fucking hell, man. It's a scary fucking, and we've all agreed, everyone has agreed who lives in these, in these places that are quote unquote advanced, to just like continue on with the status quo and act as if everything's fine. When like the world's on fire, atrocities are being committed. There's no more mask over anything. Like the shit that is being done is fucking insane. And like we're in full fucking goddamn brinkmanship. You know, like Korea is going to back up the Russians in Ukraine, which is how this all will start to unfold. And then you have China, and like it's gonna start happening, and someone's gonna drop a fucking something somewhere, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is real."
What's frustrating to me is just how powerful the people are together, and it's just like you just can't get everyone on the same page. Like if we could all somehow get on the same page and equally be just as fed up and equally protest together, or equally choose not to purchase one thing, or equally, you know,
that's the only thing.
That's the only thing we have.
That's the only thing you can do. Because here's what I think: in COVID and George Floyd and all that shit and the BLM, there were entire cities being burnt down. There were riots. There were demonstrations, and nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
The cops just like, well, we're not going to cop anymore. How about that? That's what changed. They're like, we're not going to enforce any law. That's they pouted, and they were like, we're not gonna do our job. Okay, so you know that's what I think that they, you know, in the 60s they made changes with like protests and sit-ins and all these things. So the only thing that will change anything is like financial shit, like starving
it's like
out
where people put their dollar.
Yeah, like if everyone's like, we're not gonna use gas anymore, we're gonna fuck up Exxon. Like that's really where policy will change. It's the only way. But we're
100%.
We've been divided. We've been conquered. We're fucked. We're in the phone. We're just like konnichiwa, konbawa, fucking cat ear,
laughing
filters.
at memes, also hating on each other,
making memes, buying denim from Australia for no reason on Instagram.
Tasmania denim. No, I think we also live in a society that can't really agree to disagree, and that's like also a very dangerous place to live, because when if you can't just like have a disagreement with someone and still not hate them. Like, let me rephrase this. If you can't just simply have a disagreement and have it not resort to violence, then that's just a very dangerous place to live. Because I feel like a lot of people just simply will try and hate you and rob you of your opportunities if you just disagree with them politically or socially. You know, it's like, I feel like the point of existence is being able to agree and disagree and live cordially with people that you may disagree or agree with. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's something that just we super, super lack as a society, is just the ability just to be like, okay, well, I don't agree with anything you're saying, but I don't fucking hate you, or nor do I want to kill you. I feel like, you know, you can tell someone, I've said things that I don't even believe in just to see other people's reactions. You know, like I'll literally say like just the most absurd like things that could trigger someone, whether you be right-winged or left-winged, and I just watch them melt.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just insane how fragile and brittle spirited we are, that we just can't even be in the presence of someone who disagrees. It's like,
or you can't be
foolish.
wrong. You can't be right or wrong ever. Like I said, so I remember I keep thinking about something I said about like protest. No one's making protest art, and protest art. I mean, I had a podcast where I talk about it, and I think about it. I'm like, I'm probably wrong about what I said. I know that. I'm not, I'm an idiot. I'm just some guy talking to a camera. Like, I'm not a pundit. I didn't go to journalism. I've never been to Egypt. I never worked for the UN and wore a bulletproof vest. Like, I haven't done it. Like, I'm not qualified to do anything, but I talk in front of a camera. So like, I think about that stuff, and it's like, everyone should have the ability to like be right and wrong. You're right. And, but what's happened is the ability to discern and think on your own has been removed from what I know, American culture, maybe other cultures too, but American culture, it's been removed and channeled into something else, because we've all been raised as like on the WWF and reality TV and social media, and those things have created this world where like we're not living in reality. We all, you know, everything turns into like a witch hunt. You cannot be right and wrong at the same time, which you can. You can't be a good person that did something bad, or a bad person that did something good. And no one can make up their mind, and no one can look at anything clearly. It's like you're either on fucking this team or that team, and like none of them are right, because they've created them for us. So you either pick a lane. Burger King or
McDonald's, it's like this extreme or that extreme.
It's the same thing, right? Pepsi or Coke. That's America, right? And like
quite literally,
it's fucked. Like, I want to drink water, and like I don't want, and I do not believe in any of the shit we're doing, but like it's all part of a bigger, stickier mess that I'm not even aware of. Like, why are we fucking sending weapons to Israel? It's bigger than just like who knows what's going on? There's a whole world stage that's like, and Biden doesn't fucking know. Like it's fucking.
No, Biden is like, I think, one of the most obvious puppets that we've ever seen. He
just wants yogurt. He wants some yogurt.
No, he just wants to vibe the fuck out and have some yogurt.
He's just a chill dude who wants to vibe, really.
No, facts. No, that's funny. Like, you see George W. Bush, like how good he is at like painting.
Yeah.
Like I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because like really at the end of the day, that's all he wanted to do is just paint, chill, probably have his nice little like cookie cutter home with his family. I'm so jealous. 9/11 happened during his presidency, and he's just like probably like, God, man, I can't fucking do this shit anymore.
I'm jealous of the people that have already gotten to live their life and are in their last years because they don't. I feel like
that shit looks great.
Yeah, because I feel like what's like they don't have to see what's about to come next. And I think I do believe I'm not being like I do believe that we're in for something really unpleasant. Like I think Americans are like I think Americans are like. Really, we just created a nation of really stupid babies with no fucking, no discerning. Like most of
a
us
nation of financial illiteracy and fucking bigoted way of thinking and
Yeah.
closed off way of thinking. It also kind of makes me think of like how many people I can literally think of in my head that are just like so turned off to just like something as simple as traveling. You know,
That's crazy.
like
Americans
it's crazy.
Yeah,
A lot of Americans just don't like to travel. They don't like to experience anything that's outside of their comfort. Whereas, I love to get uncomfortable. I'm like, I remember when I went to India a long time ago, I like actively ate street food every day because I was like,
I put ass on the line.
Yeah, I put my ass on the line, but I like doing that shit. You know
Not
what I'm
to
saying?
get distracted, which I never get distracted, but like you've seen the videos of those dudes in India where they're like making the fucking food with like their foot in the pot.
Oh yeah, that shit's nasty. Oh, low key. I remember one time I had this little, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was delicious. It was like some potatoes and some weird sauces or whatever. And this little kid was looking at me, first of all, just tripping out that I was just someone that wasn't Indian.
Yeah.
As well, like that, you'll just run into that, and they're just he's looking at me like
what is that?
like a fucking unicorn.
Yeah.
And then he was looking at me, and then I was like, yeah, I'll have one. And then this kid just grabs all the food with his hands.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And then just handed it to me, and I was like looking at him like, nigga, you touching my fucking food?
And his hand was nowhere good. That whole day.
I still ate that shit though, and I didn't
ate that shit.
I ate it. And it was good as fuck.
You have an iron constitution.
Yeah, just there's a whole army in there.
His
gut biome is just
fucking
ripped.
Solid. Yeah, so the debates, it's fucking terrifying, and and I'm seeing that they're saying that Biden, the best thing you do right now is step down, and allow someone else to go against Trump because he can't. Beat Trump.
I think that's. I would very much respect if he did that,
and he won't do it. He won't. He's not going to do it. He's just going to run this. He's going to run this shit and stutter, and he literally is like a mummy that they took the wrapping off of and put in front of the mic. He's incoherent.
He's incoherent.
He's like incoherent. Like it's like it's funny, but it's terrifying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's easy to just laugh at.
Yeah,
but then once like the laughter's done. And it starts to just be really unsettling. Like, oh my God, this is just quite literally what our situation is. Like, this is our reality. It's nuts. It feels like the Twilight Zone a bit.
Well, listen, we all watch these movies. We watch like Star Wars and like these movies, and there's like the rebels and the good guys and the bad guys. Like, we're the bad guys. We're not the good guys.
No, we're the bad guys in the world.
We're so the bad guys. We are the worst bad guys.
Worst of the worst.
The baddest bad guys there are. We're the worst. We're the and we get to benefit from the fact that we are the bad guys. Like I get to fucking go get overnight oats at Erewhon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Drive a fucking Hummer.
Yeah.
Because
we
are the bad guys who steals oil from everywhere.
Yeah, and the technology.
Even though we have plenty of oil ourselves.
And the technology keeps getting better, which infantilizes us more and makes us stupider. And we have less choice, and we get more mystified by all the data. And we just want to watch an octopus suck off a man on The Boys. And be left alone because we don't want to deal with it. Do you want to? I don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to deal with it.
I don't know how. I don't know how to deal with it.
I do not.
Jason, you want to say something? You look like you have a thought.
What do you guys think about this Hawk Tuah meme, man?
Hawk Tuah?
What's going on with that?
Pulls this out.
No, I think it's
great,
here.
and I think I'm glad that the Hawk Tuah meme is existing because That shit's important.
I thought about it this morning in the cycle of things that become part of the zeitgeist for like whatever it is, a couple weeks. And the thing with the Hawk Tuah thing is like the Hawk Tuah girl could be a flash in the pan, or she could turn into Bad Baby and like become a multimillionaire somehow. Anything can happen. And we are at a point where anything like that's what's fucked up is that she had a moment where she said something really cool and funny. And because of that one moment, she might end up becoming richer than she might become.
I think she just got signed today.
She might make more money. Like I've been working my ass off really, really hard for 20 years, like really hard. And I'm not rich. Like I'm doing okay. And I saved my money and I've tried to make some smart decisions, but I'm not a rich person by any means. And that person said one thing in New Orleans about spitting on a dick. And she's probably going to be, she might be, there's 64% chance that she'll be millionaire, lapping me in months. By 10, multi-millionaire. Like that's what's fucking crazy. And I'm not saying this in a way to be salty. Like I'm happy to work hard. Like it's my fault that I don't have more and I work harder.
To show how powerful meme culture is too.
It's crazy. Hawk Tuah, and I love her. She's fucking. She has so much fucking character and personality and swag. Like she's great. The Hawk Tuah girl.
My thing is with something like that, like when someone blows up from a meme, from just simply saying something funny that just blew up. It's like. In her pair of pants, it's like, how do you follow up with that, and how do you like create like an empire out of that? It's like, because at the end of the day, it was just something funny. It's not like she got famous off of like a talent or something that she's passionate about. It's like, is she just now just gonna have to like somehow profit off of making a spitting on dicks joke forever?
She might,
and if she make your bag, but like turn it into something.
She might be able to. She had enough. There's so much. The reason why it's so good is that the way she delivered her accent, and it was, she's like, Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. Like you could tell she's from somewhere. She's got some swag. She's cute.
She's probably fun.
Yeah, she looks fun. Like I think that if she can continue on. Like the Chick-fil-A girl can't. She's never gonna make this girl the Chick-fil-A fucking. Remember that?
Oh yeah, exactly.
I checked her out on Instagram. Like she's trying to make. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It doesn't have a part 2. Hawk Tuah girl. She might have a part 2.
She might have like a really dope personality that people just fall in love with, which I'm hoping.
Yeah. But God bless her. And maybe she'll be the next president and fix everything.
Yeah.
You ever seen Grease?
I have. I played Vince Fontaine in a high school play once.
Which one's Vince Fontaine?
He's the radio announcer guy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The guy
hey,
that's like,
hey, it's your main brain, Vince Fontaine.
And he pulls like the teenage, like, it was at a time when they could have like a grown man fuck a teenage.
Yeah, and it's just
person.
Like totally overlooked.
It's totally
like,
chill.
Yeah, it's totally
it's normal. That reminds me of summer's here, guys. Speaking of Grease and
facts. It's a greasy summer.
Thinking of Grease and,
and
Danny
hot
Zuko, hot weather, leather jackets, creased denim shorts, bikini tops with mesh, hair clips, dolphins,
epic jugs,
epic jugs. All the things that that summer brings, and it brings a lot. It brings heat.
Yeah,
it brings moisture.
Brings
sweat.
Donkage.
Brings donkage. It brings sweat. And you know what else it brings? It brings must.
Yeah.
Mando whole body deodorant will be your best friend this summer. Mando is clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours. That's 72 hours, 3 motherfucking days. Can you imagine 3 days of smelling good? 3 days of no funk, no must, and no bust. You ever do any of those like no nut challenges where you're like no nut November, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like we're all just go.
You ever run that?
I have. The longest I've gone is 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
2 months, nothing.
2 months, no goof.
No goofing.
No goofing.
And at the end of that trajectory,
oh my God,
a heavy goof.
My spunk was just, I felt like Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
is it only for the first run, or does it last for a minute?
It lasts for a while. Like I feel like
really
that the spunkage that you bring to the tabe is
the tabe.
The tabe.
Playing the show, guys. What God intended for us to do with that goo was to make more people. And I think that if you were going to make people, that would be a great strategy. Is save it up for 2 months, spray up the club, and fucking implant one of your...
Shoot up the club.
Yep. Get inside, open the door to the club, get inside, and just fucking light it up. Blast it to fucking bits. Just Gatling gun the fuck out of the whole goddamn club. Mando, full body deodorant. Available in 4 cologne quality scents: Bourbon Leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and Clover Woods. Bourbon Leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and Clover Woods. My favorite is Mount Fuji because I want my body to smell like a mountain while I'm on a mountain thinking about mountains. You know what I'm saying?
Thinking about big, voluptuous mountains.
Voluption. Special offer. New customers get $5 off Mando's best-selling starter pack with code PTA at shopmando.com. I got to say that of all the scents, I'm a Mount Fuji man. And that's, like there's nothing I know as a man. I know you. I said when you came in the room, I was like, I smell a French candle. I smell a delicious cake. I smell a sweet bonbon that just came back from fucking Italy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You like to smell good. I can smell you right now. You smell fantastic. That's part of the...
I like to mix scents too.
You're a scent mixer. I wear the Mount Fuji. I have experience with it. It's a very good and strong deodorant. It's not too in your face. It merges well with my pheromones. That's my personal scent. There's 4 to choose from. Mando is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Packages, grundle and balls, belly buttons, butt cracks, stinky crevices, stomach folds, and feet. Now, the first time I read the stomach fold,
I don't like that.
When I read the stomach fold copy, I was offended. I was like, I don't have stomach fold. I'm like, of course I have a stomach fold. I'm not sure. I have like there's a little bit of fucking fold right here. I can put that in. Mm-hmm. I'm naturally not a very terrible smelling person, but when I add this, I feel invulnerable. Created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. This equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code PTA at shopmando.com, shopmando.com. This is Mando. Smell good, smell great, be closer to God, smell like Mount Fuji, and make sure that you put it everywhere. I saw a meme that said, God, I love memes.
No, same.
That's stupid. But
it's my culture.
If you think about like the idea of a meme and the idea of like people making their own videos and jokes, like the whole world is making jokes now. Mm-hmm. And it's opened up this whole thing of like only comedians and TV writers and people who made movies made jokes, right? Mm-hmm. They own jokes.
100%.
Now it's to the general public, and they're taking the most obscure thing and putting a sentence under it and dropping it online, and you're going, that touches me in my fucking guts.
Oh, 100%.
It hits so good.
Everyone's living the same experience to a degree, and we're going to all just pull from these obscure things and have it be something so relatable and just make it hilarious.
Yeah, one sentence and one picture hits so hard.
Oh, my
harder
God.
than a whole comedic bit.
Oh, 100%.
Right? When the right one hits.
Oh, right when it's I'm crying on my phone. Like literally throwing my phone.
And I saw one today that said, it said something about being an old head. Or no, it said, you're probably still one of those men who turns around when a woman walks by. And I realized that is some old head dusty behavior that like I literally, like that's old shit.
I don't feel like that's old shit though.
Okay, good. Because I did it today.
I don't.
And then the meme,
and then the meme pops in your head and you're like,
I was
fuck.
I stop and I go, and I look and the meme pops in my head. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. Gosh, gross.
No one ever pointed that out to me in my entire life. Is that a disgusting habit?
No, I don't think that's a disgusting habit. I think that's just like human nature. Like
right?
For any guy to say like, "Oh, you're like one of those guys who turn their head," and think, "Have you ever seen a fine woman before?"
Beautiful woman?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're like, I want to see the other side too.
Yeah, I want to see the full
thing.
the front and the back.
I'm not leering and being like, "Hey, mommy, come here," but
yeah. Or what was that one saying? I guess you could be like, "Yeah, she looks just as good walking up she does walking away," or I forgot.
I mean, I think it's got there's some dusty connotations
there's some,
in there.
Yeah, there's
without
some,
a doubt. Like,
I
guess at a certain age you should. It's I think big time unk vibes. You're just like
unk vibes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's definitely a good fine line of being distasteful with that. Like, there's one thing of just admiring someone in like looking beauty, but there's another thing of just like lusting after them and making it yelling. Crazy obvious.
Yeah, saying wow under your breath or something.
Golly, gosh.
Whoa.
Or have you ever
she
seen,
really gets my pipes hot and smoking.
Yeah, like I would
get too into
the
it,
extreme version of that is I was going to my friend's studio in downtown and like there was a girl walking down the street and as I was pulling up I was watching and there was just a car driving next to her at walking speed and these guys were pimps and they're yelling at this girl. They're
See,
trying
that's too far.
That's
crazy.
sexual
They're like,
harassment.
hey, bitch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just, God damn it. And then like,
Jeez.
luckily, like I'm like watching the scene. I'm like, this is fucking terrible. And like, they skirted off and like whatever. But I was like, that is terrifying. Is you're just like a girl walking down the street and like gorilla pimps just pull up and try to fucking recruit you.
Gorilla pimps.
I think the turning around thing is the realm of the very young or the older. You have to be either too young to care or like too old to care, but somewhere in the middle, like, I didn't find myself compelled to do that shit at all in my 20s. And then as I get older, I keep having to catch myself sometimes. I'm like, I think I'm getting a little bit too not giving a fuck.
It's not
about
very
this.
Caucasian behavior, I don't think.
I think if you are confident enough to yell at a girl and tell her she's fine, you might as well just go up and try and talk to her.
You really should.
That's the swaggiest thing you can do because,
Yeah. Approach.
Yo,
what's up?
Yeah, because like times in the past before I was a taken man.
When you were a young single buck. Yeah.
I remember I would just straight up just go out to girls and just be like, hey, you're so cute. And a lot of times they'd be like, you're cute too. Or I would always like to just say like dumb things like, hi, my name's Juliano. I just saw you. Do you want to fall in love? Like, it's just such a bizarre, dumb thing to say. I always take the goofy approach.
I'm going to say something. I think that as a person that was the only way I met people in my 20s. There was no other way. I'd be like, I'm going to go to the mall today and hope there's some cute people there. That's what it was.
Yeah, no,
you would be
facts.
like, I hope I see someone
No,
cute
me
that
and
I
the
can
boys
talk to.
used to love going to the mall, getting all swagged out, and
Yeah.
just hoping that like we're gonna run into some girls. And
Yeah. That's how it used to be. And like,
swag out.
I think that the quality of conversation has declined because sometimes I look at Instagram pickup dudes, they wear like glasses and they pick up girls.
Oh yeah.
And like these guys, sometimes I think it's staged because they walk up to someone, I just want to tell you that you're really beautiful. And like, it's a weird opener. Like you don't want to come in hot like that. You want to come in like as a person, like you don't want to come in hot and be like, I like your fucking body. You want to just like have a conversation and say like, get to know them a little bit before I wouldn't even say that for fucking 3 or 4 months.
It also depends on the situation because like
That's
there's
true.
times where you're exchanging looks
Yeah.
and then like
You're
okay,
cute.
I have a little more
You're
free reign here.
Yeah, you're also like
No.
it's also like you have a very cute avatar. You're very Pixar'd out, so you can just drop some like
Pixar'd
You can pull it
out.
off.
Yeah.
It's also charming, and he can deliver it in a way that feels comfortable for them.
Yeah, and
it's not some,
that's the
weird-
thing. Like if I know that they're not fucking with it, I'll immediately back off and just be like, sorry, I'm an idiot, and I am wholesomely admitting that.
Have you seen the one
That's
where
the line.
where like the full incel dude tries to pick women up and he goes to every girl in a line? They're next to each other. Hey, hi, I think you're really beautiful. Can I get your number? No. Hey, hi, I think you're really like 8 to 10 girls in a row. I'm like, dude, this is insanity.
nasty work.
Like, it's like the NPCs are fucking glitching out and like they're like stuck in a thing and they're like, how do I, like it's, but
Just so bold to just go one after another.
That's what they
and
tell
we're-
you, though.
And we're
Yeah.
segueing out. I'm spiraling on another thing I want to mention too. Like this is bad for the pod. We should stay on subject. But you know what else I like on Instagram is I like the people that go around and yell at pickpockets. You ever seen those? They go, attention, pickpocket. Like they do it in Italy and in France. So like they follow around pickpockets and yell and point at the pickpockets. And then you see they expose the people picking pockets. And like
I've never seen
it's
that.
pretty cool.
Oh,
I
that's
love seeing it.
satisfying.
It's like pickpocket justice.
Yeah.
And like the pickpockets, some of them are like very obviously pickpockets, and some of them are just like it's like a middle-aged woman with a sun hat, and you're like, damn, I would never see her coming
Wow.
because they'd be picking pockets in Europe. There's still an art out there, which is kind of a sick thing.
kind of cool. Like
Yeah,
sleight
to
of
be like
hand.
bump,
Yeah.
and I have all your shit.
Just
like
to jack someone like
Yeah.
that. I think it was people who can take off a watch just off
Yeah.
of a
Yeah,
quick
it's just
bump.
like-
It's just like insane. Like
Yeah.
how do you? I don't know.
a lot of practice.
Is it wrong to have a horny algorithm, especially if you aren't looking at a lot of horny things, but like, maybe some of us have clicked on 1 or 2 pictures of a butt or something, and then the entire page turns to asses.
You're asking, is
and
it
tits?
wrong to?
Is there
I have a
shame
lot
in
to say
that?
about
Should you
this.
avoid that?
No, you should avoid that. You should avoid that if you have a problem. If you're excessively like if you have a problem, if you're like a obsessive compulsive porn consumer or something, or like you're a sex addict, like maybe you want to remove all temptation. But other than that, live your fucking life.
Yeah,
We're all
like
gonna die.
peep ass and titties if it's not
Look
going
at
to
ass
turn
and
into
titties.
you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have like Instagram knows what it's doing with that, and I've literally I've tested it, and I've like completely eradicated all like horny type shit from my explore page.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the moment you click one, like for example, like Tyla, make me sway, make me water. I clicked one video of her just dancing, and then because my whole page is literally like food videos, Dragon Ball Z, workout shit, guitar videos, art, and I clicked one video of Tyla, and then I just refreshed. Fucking 7 of them immediately pop up, or one girl with big tits, boom, brrr. And it's just it almost knows what it's doing, and it knows how to keep your attention, like especially as a man. They'd be like, oh, you like light skinned chicks with big old boobies, you like light skinned chicks with fat ass, for sure, let me show you 40 of them.
I got you.
Yeah,
check this shit out.
Insane.
You're like, wow, woo.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
But no, they very much know what they're doing with that, and it's you have to actively like say I'm uninterested, refresh, and you have to hold the post down, click I'm uninterested, and then refresh, and then click on things that you do want to see, and then like refresh. I've like literally have done it because I just
did
like
that one time. I just remembered.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
I was trying to remove all the horniness. I was like, there's too much of this shit.
Yeah,
because I was in a
Yeah, and I was like, it just looks bad to me as someone who's in a relationship too. I'm just like, I don't want my chick just thinking that I'm just like
you're
horn dogging over like IG baddies all day long. Like, no, it's not what I'm doing.
It's interesting too, like that the technology has learned to tap into the primal lizard brain of men and women, and like it just reaches into like, I think they say that like it's listening to what you're saying, it reads your dilation of your eyes when you look at something, it knows.
I know.
Like
I literally actively will sit there and have no reaction to some shit sometimes because I feel like my phone's watching me. Like, I'll see like this is the sexiest chick ever, and I'm like, not that chill, dude. Like it's not that cool.
Yeah, we're
put the phone down and just be like,
we're not built for this. Like, fuck, man. Yeah. We're not as animals. Like, we're not ready for this. Like, it's an assault. Love everybody. Love the planet. I wish everyone would get it together. Love Joe Biden and his riffing power. You know what's crazy? You know what's fucked up? Is that I firmly believe that
it's riffing power. Joe Biden's riffing power is just so absurd.
It's like this. Like this. Yeah. I firmly believe that anyone in this room would do a better job. Nah, maybe not. Because maybe you can't be a moral and conscious person to do that job. It's hell.
I was like a president than either one of the two.
Yeah, you can't. You know what? Here's the thing. I always say this: the minute you're elected as president, you're instantly a murderer. Mm-hmm. Think about that.
No, 100%.
Instantly, 100% gonna
morale just needs to fly out the fucking window.
Yeah, you're gonna off like entire cities.
You're just gonna murk a bunch of Pakistanis.
People are gonna die. Yeah.
It's gonna blow people up. And
like you just like drone strike, fucking whatever. Like that's your job is to
It's just a different.
Pretend to the people that you're governing that you're one thing, and then also mercilessly butt fuck the rest of the planet so we can have a fantastic array of
fast
treats.
Food.
Yeah, and cool technology.
What's crazy too is like you are literally the chief and commander. So, and what's crazy is like if a president just doesn't have any military experience, correct me if I'm wrong, but Donald Trump does not have military experience and has called missile strikes.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Donald Trump is literally a proven like straight con man grifter, like slumlord, and he's dictating the pace of the world.
It's quite literally like a social media kid.
Yeah.
It's like Logan Paul being the president.
Yeah, Logan Paul, first lady is bad baby, and they're running shit. They probably do. It's really it's really troubling. I mean, everything has been terrible.
Yeah.
On the world stage, it's everything that's happening in the Middle East is fucking horrifying.
Oh, awful.
Horrifying,
so
horrifying, fucking horrifying. And I mean, I can't even handle. I don't even know what to do. I can't even.
Yeah, it's actually a very overwhelming subject matter because it's something that like as much as I know how important it is to be involved in politics, it's also extremely overwhelming, and I feel very powerless against it.
Yeah,
because I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do that's gonna help change anything?
Yeah.
unless I take it upon my hands to like
Go there.
pull
Drop
up
everything.
and just like
Become like a
politician
and if it was everyone
or just
doing
an
it,
assassin.
yeah, if everyone decided to like drop what they're doing and fix it, sure, but one person, you're gonna like martyr yourself.
You ruin your entire life just trying to fix something that's just
And
quite
then-
literally unfixable.
And then there's a guy like who like, dude, the guys are self-immolated. They're setting themselves on fire. Remember the serviceman who set himself on fire in protest of what was going on? It's like he set himself on fire and like nothing. We didn't even register a blink. It was like,
yeah, exactly.
okay,
Oh,
well,
damn.